Please welcome Chief Marketing Officer, David Marines.
People forget facts, but they remember stories. That quote from American literary professor Joseph Campbell speaks not just to the power of stories, but that storytelling is hardwired into our humanity. I learned a lesson about the power of a compelling story this summer. My wife and I tried to find a show that we could watch with our 4 boys. Now, it's difficult enough to find a show that we all can watch these days, but finding something we all like is an even bigger struggle. Eventually, we decided to rewatch a show from over 20 years ago that Tara and I watched when we were first married. The show was called Smallville. Now, Smallville ran on the CW, right? And it was, as you would probably expect, it's filled with teen angst, romance, and a multitude of beautiful people. But its storyline is what grabbed our attention. You see, the show asked the question, what was it like for Superman in high school? And what if Clark Kent and Lex Luthor were at one time close friends? While Smallville modernized the setting and the characters, the premise that is the legend of Superman was very much at its core. Good versus evil, truth, justice, hope. The tale of Superman has been told for nearly a century. The idea of this alien living amongst us with powers beyond our imagination originated in the 1930s. But is somehow still compelling nearly a century later across a wide span of age groups. Why is that? Why is that? And the reason is the greatest stories stand the test of time. There may be changes, adaptations, improvements, and even some blunders along the way, but at their core, their message transcends time to make a lasting and powerful connection. It is no surprise I see a similar timelessness to the Coldwell Banker story. Our story is unique. It is one of the greatest origin stories of any brand in existence. A 20-year-old college dropout starts a real estate company out of the ashes of one of the greatest natural disasters at the time, founded on doing the right thing while everyone around him ceases to take opportunity from people. 117 years later, it becomes the longest-running real estate brand in the nation. And to me, that sounds like a Hollywood script. And my team and I have even toyed with the idea of turning our founding story into a Netflix series. Maybe one day. Our origin story is remarkable, but that's not what has led to our continued success. There are more components to this equation. At Coldwell Banker, our people and our company are cut from a different cloth. We have a unique appreciation for this magical, one-of-a-kind thing that defies description, but goes by the name of home. Our deep appreciation for the importance of home, combined with our unparalleled dedication to be the best in the craft, has made our company thrive for over a century and 2 decades on top of that. Nowhere is the power of our narrative more evident than in our marketing. For over a decade, our advertising campaign has been the #1 rated ad in the industry, outperforming competitors, and at times scoring higher than some of the most renowned brands in advertising, like Apple and Google. But to that I say, so what? So what? Our ads score well. Can they drive business? What's the point of a story if it can't make a difference? Not only is this year's Dream campaign the most effective ad in the industry once again, but also those that see our ads are nearly 4 times more likely to work with a Coldwell Banker agent. That's advertising that drives results. Additionally, those that engage with our ads rank Coldwell Banker as #1 in trust, professionalism, most knowledgeable, and best-in-class agents compared to our competition. That's advertising that persuades. But there's one more element to add to this storytelling equation. When we couple our results-driven, persuasive advertising with our media strategy, we see a story that drives revenue. When you look at the last 5 years, every dollar we spent in media drove over $10 in revenue. That's advertising that moves the bottom line. Now, this is not just a tale for the brand marketing team to tell. The best stories are the ones you share. That's why this year's focus has been on arming our network with the most compelling, persuasive, and results-driven story in the industry that you can take and make your own. Through our custom video tool, social assets on Marketing Center, and embeddable versions of the Move Meter, you can make the best advertising in the business work for your local markets. Drive consumers to your local sites to engage with the most unique real estate tool that's out there. In fact, in a recent consumer survey, 3 out of 4 people ranked the Move Meter as the most useful tool in real estate. The most compelling advertising for over a decade, marketing that drives results and revenue, powered by the most useful tool in the industry. That's quite a story. During your time at Jim Blue, it should be crystal clear that the Coldwell Banker story is the best in the industry. But our story is far from complete. What will our next chapter be? Many believe our biography is coming to a close. So-called experts have been calling for our demise for decades. Back in 1999, Bill Gates wrote a book titled Business at the Speed of Thought and argued that the internet would replace real estate agents. There's an African proverb that states, if the lion doesn't tell his story, the hunter will. That proverb serves as a warning and an incentive to embrace the power of our story. Well-told stories evoke emotion in us all, joy, fear, excitement. They have the power to persuade, provoke action, and drive purchase. Don't believe me? I offer not just this year's Dream campaign as proof, but the 116 years before it, where the Coldwell Banker story has been told over and over. It's the longest-running, most successful, and compelling story in real estate. But it has to be told. It can't be the same story anyone else can tell. It must capture what makes us unique, separate us from a seemingly overcrowded sea of sameness. Here's one way we are telling the story that only Coldwell Banker can tell. Take a look.
Do you see it? Do you see the potential? The potential for birthday parties on the patio. The potential for lazy weekends by the pool. Do you see the rain hitting the glass as you read a book with a cozy blanket on a cold winter's day? And do you see the science project being done on the kitchen table? Do you feel it? Do you feel the excitement of Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs and as a family forms memories that can never be replaced? Do you hear it? Hear the crackle of the fireplace, the laughter coming from the next room, the sound of crickets as you call it a night. At Coldwell Banker, our people and our company are cut from a different cloth. We see, hear, feel, and sense things that others simply don't. Perhaps that's because we have a unique appreciation for this magical thing that defies description, that goes by the name of home. Because of this appreciation, and because of our dedication to be the best in the craft, our company has thrived for well over a century. This is why we're ranked #1 in agent trust. And this is why more people have turned to us to help them find and sell their homes than any other company in the history of America. We are Coldwell Banker. We do real estate differently. We do real estate with higher standards. And we have proudly guided people home since 1906. Since 1906.
That video in our marketing can only tell part of the story. The rest is yours to tell. In fact, my part of the story is merely just a page or two. The Coldwell Banker story, brand, value proposition, or whatever term you want to do to describe the essence of who we are is in your hands. It always has been. Our people have made Coldwell Banker who we are. In closing, I was reminded of the power of the people that are part of the brand with a line from the movie Air. The film, which chronicles Nike's journey in 1984 to sign Michael Jordan and help the struggling sneaker brand break into the basketball shoe market. Actress Viola Davis gives an Oscar-worthy performance as the mother of his airness, Dolores Jordan. In one scene, she delivers the seminal line of the film, when she says, "A shoe is just a shoe until my son steps into it." Dolores Jordan knew the potential her son possessed, and she's exactly right. A shoe is just a commodity until Michael Jordan steps into it. Coldwell Banker is just a real estate company until you put that badge on. Your name next to ours. The most powerful combination and most successful storytelling tandem in our industry. Has been for 117 years. And here's to the story that will continue to be told for 117 more. Thank you.